We are live.
All
We
right,
are
fire.
finally.
After many technical difficulties,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
Yeah,
are finally live.
that was tough.
And
This
we're here
is
with our new friend Evan. What's going on, Evan?
Inside the Box, episode 10.
Not much, not much. Just chilling, enjoying my Friday night. I'm glad you guys are
Nice.
having me on.
Of course.
He's our new friend, but I actually went to school with Evan in the University of Arizona. And you're still out there in Arizona. We were just talking about Old Town,
Yeah,
Scottsdale.
so tell me about Old Town. I've never been to
It's kind of the
Scottsdale.
spot, I think,
I've
out
been to
there.
I've been to Phoenix. I've been to where else have I been in Arizona? I know is Sedona over there?
It's like
No, 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 yeah.
it is, but it's not.
I haven't even been there
Old
either.
Town's in Phoenix,
Oh,
right?
it is in
Yeah,
Phoenix?
it's like a section, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's Old Town is it's I guess the Scottsdale bars near Tempe, near ASU. But yeah, it's like where all the main Scottsdale bars are where people go out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys like going to U of A? Like
Bro,
as a just whole experience? Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Yeah, it was a great time. Yeah, I mean, I think that it taught me a lot about life in general and just like, how to deal with people, but it was a time.
It's a time for sure. Bro, I get so much shit.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if you get this because you're right by ASU probably, but
Yeah.
I get so much shit when I say I'm like from U of A. They're like, oh, like you were not learning.
Oh, like a
Yeah,
part,
no, it
like the
was
association as a party school sort of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it. ASU, I mean, the ASU is the same shit, just in Tempe, right? But yeah, I mean, I think like U of A, it is what you make of it. You could obviously go there and be a fuck around, like fuck up and just, a lot of kids drop out, but it also has really good programs, like the one that me and Henry graduated from, the
Yeah.
MIS
Ours
program.
was pretty
Were
good
you
Yeah.
actually.
also MIS or like just the business school in general, or
Yeah.
is because at SDSU, MIS, and I don't know if it's accounting or something else, they have their own like schools within the business school, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Well, we
Yeah.
had the Eller College of Management, and that
Okay.
was like our business school. So
Let's get this plant in the middle of us.
it had all the majors like in that, all the
Jungle.
business majors there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for this episode, we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff, but I think the main focus is content creation because Evan, you just started making videos
Your
on
editing is really
Instagram.
sick too, by the way, Evan.
Appreciate you,
I
bro.
think it's cool.
Thank
Did
you.
I'll let you finish it.
No, like what inspired you to like start making videos? I'm curious.
Honestly, like just something to mix up my life a little bit. I'm like, I think post college, there's not too much to do. And outside of, going to the gym and going to work, like, and hanging out with friends on the weekends, watching football, like, there's nothing like I can do that I have it's like a hobby for me, right?
Yeah.
And then at the same time, I think I'm a talented person in the sense of like creativity and like I see all these people on social media who are making a lot of money off of it, right? And I always kind of have that thought of like, okay, one, I'm young and I like if I don't do this or I don't at least attempt to do it, then I'm gonna look back and be like, fuck, like why didn't I try at least, right?
Yeah.
Because if I try and I fail, I'm in the exact same spot that I'm in right now. And I think I'm in a pretty good spot. But if I try and God willing, something good happens with it, right? Or I can pivot into something else that's kind of related that I want to do, then I did it, right?
Hmm.
So yeah, that's the main reason why. And I think post college, you have all this free time because like in our free time, we would just go hang out and get fucked up, right? But now, like, I have all this free time, and with my job, I'm like, okay, I can't just get fucked up every night. Like, I want to actually be productive. So I have all this, so I'm just chilling at my house, and I have all this stuff to create with. And so I just was like, you know what, might as well start. So
That's awesome.
That
I feel like that's a great, just positive outlook on it as well. Just like, I feel like we all have a innate sense of creativity to some degree. So it's like, if you're spending your free time outside of college, you have so much more. It's easy to, yeah, just
Well,
enjoy creating
I
stuff.
think after you leave college, it's kind of like a shell shock for some
Yeah.
people. Like when they get
yeah.
to the real world, like you kind of realize like life just starts like after college, like the real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Like so what you kind of have to figure everything out again from like the ground up a
Do you
little bit.
do you guys think it's still common for I feel like it's less common now, but for people to just get cut off at like 18 in the US? I know like for a lot of people it is common, and then for a lot of people they either if they don't have a job, they just like move back in with parents or whatever that may be.
What,
But
yeah, what was your thinking like after
like after you
graduating?
graduated, did you know you wanted to just like live on your own? Like immediately?
Yeah. I mean, I knew I didn't want to go back to Texas, and I was like, you know what? If I get a job, any job, like my first job was with Amazon, and I had left Amazon because fuck working for
Dude,
Amazon.
what? How
Wait,
was
tell
that?
us about that.
Because one of
So I worked in the operations. Like I can't speak for all of Amazon because obviously, there's AWS, and a lot of people thought I got AWS because I was an MIS major, but I had a role where I was overseeing the operations within like four different warehouses across the US. And it was completely advertised to me as something else. And
Really?
yeah, and the thing about Amazon is that like it's like it's a company, right? It's a job. At the end of the day, you are an employee. We're a family, right? Like the turnover for my position, I think was like 7 or 8 months, and I made it
Dang, that's
7 months.
crazy.
And yeah, but the reason why I had to leave though was because I was working 12-hour shifts, 4 to 5 days a week, and I also worked the night shift. So
Ooh.
it was from like,
Dude, actually, my
yeah,
coworker left the same exact job. He told me he was doing operations for Amazon and he was working the night shift, like 12-hour shifts, and he
yeah.
he was making a lot of money. Like honestly, he's out of college, he was making a good amount of money, but he was just like, I'm not
It's
living
not
this
worth
lifestyle.
I feel like that's not
Yeah,
worth it at all. It's like that you're also like working overnight is so bad for your health too. Like,
exactly.
yeah, so it's like
Super
you're
bad.
sacrificing so much of your health for
Yeah.
like just a little
Yeah.
bit of extra pay.
Dude, for
That's
sure.
gnarly. So after you quit that or just like got out of that job, did you find another job right away or did you have like a brief stint of something
Yeah, I mean,
crazy?
I was fortunate enough. I think I'm like a pretty good interviewer, and like I was putting out leads left and right. And also I really know what I'm doing when it comes to the job search because I know a lot of other people our age can't find jobs right now.
Yeah.
So I got really fortunate that this one interview, I mean, the reason why I moved up here to North Scottsdale, that worked out, right? So I had like I got my job offer actually the week before I got my severance from Amazon because like I basically we mutually agreed, me and the company, that it was time to go, right?
Really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and
How
like
long were you there?
I was there for 7 months. And by the end of my 7 months, I was just like, I was low key, it was like fucking with my mental health. And I was just like, fuck this. Like,
Yeah.
I will do anything. I will literally DoorDash if I have to stay afloat to not work here again, bro. Cause
Yeah.
it was just the hours and also the people there. Like, it's a pretty depressing place to work. I'm not gonna lie. There's a reason
I
why you get 2-day delivery.
I worked in the
Damn, that's yeah.
yeah, no, it's true. The 2 day delivery is
Yeah.
at the sacrifice of someone else's free time,
Yeah.
which is brutal. I used to work inside of a Home Depot in like a field sales role like straight out of college, and it was pretty brutal. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
Yeah.
learned a lot of good sales skills and like in-person sales skills and stuff like that, which are valuable. But like working inside of a Home Depot, working inside of a warehouse, it's the same sort of vibe as kind of what you're
Yeah,
describing.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Dude, yeah.
yeah. But after that I got a job up in North Scottsdale, and now I'm a aerospace hardware sales engineer.
That's sick.
That is
That's
sick.
a cool job.
Yeah.
Are you liking it so far? Do you work remote or
Yeah, I
in the
mean, I
office?
love it because like it's only me and one other person right now, and
That's cool.
we're running the office. So
That's sick.
I have a
'Cause
lot of autonomy. She's awesome, just an amazing boss in general, and I can see myself being with the company for a while.
That's cool.
that's good, bro.
That's really
It's
cool.
definitely good to find that. Like, if you don't hate your job, like I'd say you're winning.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
definitely
You know what I
winning. You're
mean?
definitely
Yeah, you're
winning.
definitely winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with like I hear so many people, like you're saying, people can't find jobs right now. I think that's true. Like people just can't find jobs.
And the interviewing, like you said, is a big part of it. And it's like you like since there are so many people applying right now, you do have to stand out in a lot of ways, whether that's messaging a recruiter directly like multiple times
Yeah.
or like even cold calling them or like just like having a resume that has something that like really stands out. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, definitely that is definitely an important thing. So you got this job how long ago?
I think it's coming on 6 months now.
That's fun.
So when did you make your like first video or when did you have your first like idea?
Also, like
Um,
also your editing skills as well, like because it seems like you know like Adobe Premiere Pro or something, dude. Like you're cooking
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, no, I was actually, people don't know this, but I was on my high school yearbook for a little
Oh,
bit.
nice, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, for like a year. And like it was just cool, right? When I was like doing other stuff. I was like, so I've always been kind of creative in that sense. And like I was I always just had a knack for like that type of shit. So, but like my first idea, I actually was trying to make content while working at Amazon, but like I was so like just fucking depressed that ass that like it was just terrible, right? I didn't have like
Yeah.
I wasn't in it for the right reasons, and then like I was just like my mindset at the time was just not in a good place to where I literally would make a video and I'd be like, oh, this isn't right. So I just delete it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like now the mindset shift was like I think like a couple months ago I was just like, you know what? I'm like in the best shape I've ever been. I'm like, doing good, I'm just in a good spot. So I'm more optimistic about this in general.
Yeah,
And
dude.
so I just started posting and I started editing because like, it was just fun for me. It wasn't like me trying to desperately leave my job. It's like it's just fun,
Just
right?
a
yeah,
hobby. You kind of get lost in the process of it.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
fun part. I think what you said is like so true and it's true for like everything you do. I have a colleague, I think you know him, but he told me like the most important thing for your work is like how you are outside of work. Like how is your life going? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? You can't produce any good work, whether it's at your job, whether it's you're making content, whatever it is, if you're not doing good. Like it
Yeah.
shows.
yeah, yeah.
I
No, that
think
makes total sense.
like that's a big part. And then just like going ahead and just posting stuff and like everyone thinks like it feels so cringe to just post stuff at first,
It
Yeah.
really
you
does.
know? And it's like you just have to do it. Like
You just
Also,
gotta do it.
in the world of like podcasting stuff as well, you hate the sound of your voice when you
Oh,
first start
100%, dude.
like hearing your voice, but then you're just like you become desensitized to it and you're just like it's
Yeah.
whatever, you know?
no,
Yeah.
I kind of
That
like
was an interesting
I
concept.
like my voice now
Yeah, I do
on the
too. I
on
do
the
too.
audio. I'm like that sounds cool. But
Yeah.
that took like,
Also, it
it
could be
took
a
a while.
placebo effect from the new microphones, but I
It
don't
could
know.
be, but
Yeah.
no,
No, I
definitely.
100% agree. Like, when I first started recording, even when I record now, I'm like, dude, I sound so like, I just sound, yeah, I sound sus. Like, like my boy, and I have a high voice as it is too. So, like, my boys will be like, bro, you sound like this. And I'll try to make my voice deeper sometimes. And like, yeah, and
Yeah.
then but I sound off, right? So
Yeah,
I'll just post
you
it.
just gotta talk the regular. I
Yeah.
have a high
Like,
pitched voice as well
I
too.
do
Like,
too,
yeah.
for
yeah.
sure.
And then
So
like, but one thing I will say is about like just posting in general is like one of the things that kind of put things in perspective for me was that like just think about like the last post your boy made. Like
yeah,
anyone, right? You really can't think about it because you don't even you don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah,
like
No.
even if your friend posted like think about your boy's last story from last Tuesday. You
yeah,
don't remember shit, right?
Yeah.
So, like, people are so focused on what other people think, and in reality, people will see it and scroll.
They
They'll be
don't
like, "Oh,
care.
that's cool." And if you kind of have that mindset, just remember that, like, yes, you're going to be focused on your content, but most people, like, they're going to look at it and they probably won't look at it again. They'll give it a like, they'll scroll, and that's a view, right? If
Yeah.
they really like it, they'll share it, other people will see it and they won't. It's not like they're over analyzing the stuff you put out. They're just like, oh, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
People need to like remember that.
I think too, like we interviewed a guy, Jonah, a while back, and he said something similar. He's like, here, you think it's cringe and you're scared about what people are going to think about you, but the reality is there's two things that could happen. You post it, no one sees it, no one cares at all. Or you
Yeah.
post it, it blows up, and then it blew up. So who gives a fuck what you
Yeah.
it's
think?
kind of like a
Yeah.
binary way of looking at like
You know what I
the
mean?
outcome of just posting stuff in general.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, definitely having like just the thought of like posting yourself on the internet can like cause some can make you self-conscious, but once you get over that, you realize like there's so much being posted all the time. It's like
Yeah, yeah, and it's
there's not that.
scary for
Do you,
sure.
Evan, do you think it's kind of crazy that in this like time in history, you kind of have to be online or have a presence online in order to even like be known to just like other people in your social circle almost? Like obviously you don't have to, but like to in I guess in the professional world for me it's like LinkedIn. I have to kind of have like a good visibility on LinkedIn as like a reputable salesperson in order to feel like, I can connect with people on a professional level. But
Yeah, no,
it's
yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think that is one thing that just in general, like being in this age is there's so much media out there that to stand out, you have to like have a presence online,
Yeah.
right? And since everyone else has a presence online, if you're out of the loop or you don't have one, the people are gonna think you're like not weird, but you're just not gonna be loud enough for people to notice you, if that
Yeah.
makes sense,
Yeah,
right?
I think it also really depends like what you're trying to accomplish. Like
Yeah.
obviously, I knew some people in LA who were in the Hype House and kind of before they blew up, like kind of mutual friends, and I would talk to them. My one of my former roommates was a good friend of Ryland Storms, and he told me that like in LA, it's like social credit system, but with followers. Like people would actually not talk to you, like influencers would not talk to someone based on their follower
That's
count.
crazy.
And
Yeah, no, I can see
So
that for
they
crazy.
sure.
wouldn't be like associated
That
with
is
each other
so crazy.
because of followers. And like it's clout city. But
Yeah.
obviously like the world isn't like that, but there is like a certain level of like,
Social credit system. That's crazy.
dude,
Yeah.
it's actually real.
No, it's true.
I've heard so many stories of people rolling up to parties and then they don't let you in unless you have like a certain following, and that's crazy to me, honestly. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, I totally understand it, I guess, if the party is supposed to be full of like influencers or it's like a brand party or
It's kind of
whatever.
fucked up.
But if you think about it just from like a human
It
aspect,
just sucks. Yeah, I think
yeah,
it sucks in
Sucks.
general from like a human perspective, right? Like
yeah,
valuing someone based on how loud they can be on the internet. Like real
yeah,
shit, right? And that's why LA, like, I mean, it is what it like everyone hears the stories or whatever. But I kind of feel like there are places like that too. Like, there's those cities, Miami, like even like
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Texas, like
There's probably
and
even parts of San Diego that are like that,
oh,
but
100%.
yeah,
No,
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's definitely that's just the Mecca.
San
Like
Diego is better than LA though.
it's
Everyone
way
needs to
Oh, dude,
better.
I
know
just went to San Diego for the fourth. It was beautiful.
it's
Honestly,
awesome.
Bro,
my favorite city
the
ever.
vibes are way better too. Like
Yeah.
it's just much better.
I've
Yeah.
But
Evan, I've never been to the East Coast before. I've never been to the furthest I've been, I guess, east would be New Orleans in Louisiana.
Well, so that's okay. Yeah.
But
Well,
that's
that's
like the
not
deep south. It's not like
yeah.
east at all,
well,
really.
he's from Texas.
Okay.
He's not from the
Yeah. Well,
East
I mean,
Coast.
I have
No, no, but I'm
family.
just saying like traveling much. We're just
Oh,
talking
okay.
about like California now. I don't know.
Have you been to the East Coast?
Yeah. I mean, I was born in Baltimore.
Oh,
So
okay.
Oh,
yeah. And all my family's from, yeah, the DMV. So I've never been to New York though, but like pretty much every state on the East Coast.
I went to
I've heard good
Boston.
things about Chicago as well.
I heard Chicago is a fun city too.
Yeah.
Have you been to Chicago
Oh
before?
yeah. I've been to Chicago. It's a great city.
Oh, nice.
Honestly, it's probably, I'd put number two behind San Diego, like just views wise. Like it's beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, it looks super
It's a
pretty.
beautiful city.
Trying to plan a trip out east. I'm hoping that I can go to maybe the company Christmas party in New York if that is a thing. It's
I
still in the
went
works though.
to I went to Boston, which was a pretty cool city.
Oh yeah. I mean, historic, right?
It's like historic, yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't really like the East Coast.
Really. Just compare. I mean, I have nothing to compare it to, but like I feel like I'm so lucky to live in California. Sorry, I'm like you'll see me looking off over here, and it's
Oh, no,
because
you're good.
our roommate's playing video games right now, and it's so entertaining to
Oh
watch.
yeah.
And I'm just
Focus.
getting super distracted. But
Yeah,
yes, let me lock in.
Lucas
Oh, you're
gets
good, man.
distracted for sure.
I
You're
do
good.
sometimes.
He's like, yeah, but no, back to the social media thing. We're on a crazy timeline right now. Like
We are.
the
Oh,
things that are
100%.
happening in this world are insane. That's like kind of why I wanted to start this podcast was because I feel like there's so many echo chambers like within our society, I guess. Like people have like such different like views and
And
opinions.
you can pigeonhole yourself online so easily.
Yeah, like you
Oh,
get stuck
100%.
in like one type of algorithm. And like it's like, are people really like, what are people actually seeing online? Like I'm very curious
Dude,
because
it's
like,
crazy. Like, it's funny because like I have Instagram like released a new thing. It's like you can do like a mix or whatever with reels. I don't know, but you can basically see your friends' reels, what they look at.
oh yeah.
And it's like, or blend, it's called a blend, and it's fucking night and day. Not, I mean, for guys, obviously, our reels are pretty fucked up regardless. I'm pretty sure you
Yeah.
guys, like, a girl's reel, just version of reels, and a guy's version of reels are completely different, right?
Oh yeah.
I think we can all agree. Yeah,
100%.
but even like within
Norris,
those,
Norris,
like,
bro, stop watching the game.
yeah, even within those like my boys, right? Like regardless of like their because we have differing views on like everything, right? But we're
Mhm.
still friends because that's how it should be,
Yeah,
right? But like even just seeing some of his shit and like him seeing my shit, we're just like, what the fuck is going on in your feed? But
bro.
it's like funny, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
funny though.
And
But
sharing it with
yeah.
your boys is hilarious
Yeah,
because you're
exactly,
exposing
exactly.
yourself to new stuff and it's so
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. But yeah, like going back to what you're saying, there's so many different echo chambers, and it's just insane. Even like when you think about like geopolitics or whatever, right? Like you guys are describing, you've only been to California. I'm from the South, right? Like people from the East Coast, completely different. If
yeah.
that
Dude.
people in the US are so different, and everyone like people think it's like either left or right, but it's honestly like left, but from this state, left from but from this state, left from right, this state, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's like 50 states playing all against each other
Yeah,
like at the same
exactly,
time.
right? Like, yeah, so it's just interesting. And like when I first came out to Arizona, that was the first time I met so many people from the West Coast,
Yeah.
right?
West
Like,
Coast, West Coast.
yeah, and honestly, like, and I never really had those like anyone's perspective. Like all my perspectives from tech. If you want to talk about an echo chamber, fucking Texas is an echo
Bro,
chamber.
I used to
Really?
live in Texas too. And
Yeah,
I
okay,
remember,
yeah.
bro, Texas has its own like
What do you
thing going
mean? What do
on.
you mean by this?
I mean, we
Like,
got like a whole ass like state pledge. Like
Bro,
used to
this
see.
Texas supremacists, like
mm,
Yeah, bro.
they're like, we are the best state. Like we should
Yeah.
be our own country. And like the it's weird, bro. Kind of.
I think I saw
Honestly.
something about Texas trying to secede from the US at some point.
People
Like
always
Bro,
say
even
when are
something.
recently.
they not trying to secede,
Yeah,
bro? It's
bro.
Yeah.
like the real question. Yeah, but yeah, going back, like, yeah, echo chambers, like, they're everywhere, So,
But yeah, so my point in saying that was I wanted to make this podcast so I could have conversations with like as many different people as I could
yeah,
and just like hear like what's going on in their life because I feel like people feel super divided because of the internet and like how much time they spend on the internet and they start to like believe certain things about just how normal people are and
yeah,
then they don't talk to people like outside and they don't have like conversations about stuff to like different people. And so I was like, why don't I like I'm having like crazy ass combos with my Ethiopian roommate. Like, why don't I just start recording these and like just trying to talk to different people and like
yeah,
hear their just perspectives on shit. It was very broad, you know.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like when it comes to like your content, like what is inspiring you like when you make a video? Like
Um,
what's the inspiration coming
Or does
from?
it come on
Like
like a weekly or just like little bouts of
or do
inspiration
you
or do you
have like
plan it out a
do you
lot?
have specific goals like or messages that you want to like send or like is it just kind of
so
like engagement?
I would say like with my content, like I like to talk whenever like all my boys will say like if you get me like a couple beers and like or whatever, I will start yapping about any topic that I just saw on YouTube that I find super interesting, right?
Yeah.
And I think that like a lot of my friends and I have had these conversations before. And they'll be like, "Hey, Evan, that's a really good point. That's a really good perspective." Or they'll be like, "I didn't really know you were into that." Like I know like the most niche facts from all across the world, bro. Like real shit. Like
It's
I know a
interesting.
lot. I've always been someone who thinks knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
So you get me yapping or you get me like thinking about an idea, I'll be like, okay, this is my perspective, or I'll make that connection. And I guess like the reason why I made that video is because I mean I started making the content was because like I always wanted to make content regardless, but I just didn't know what I would get into. And then I was like, I'm really passionate about talking about topics that affect people domestically or internationally, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm really passionate about finding connections that you would never even think about, right? So
Yeah.
like for example, like I read this article on like this thing called the stripper index. And basically
Interesting.
it connects the economy to the amount of money that strippers get. Because in theory, if a strip club is doing really well, that means there's a lot of extra cash for working people to blow. And
That
they have a
makes
bunch of,
sense.
but yeah, and it's like there was this one time, this guy was like, I can always tell if we're in a recession or not based on if I take these, like if I start interviewing strippers because they're like, yeah, like, well, a lot of my clients didn't come in this week. Okay, so it's a down week, right? So I'm gonna trade stocks based on that, right? It's like a connection you
Whoa,
would never even really
Interesting.
think
that's
about, right?
wild.
So like you think so like shit like that is like what I really like. I just like learning about because I'm like, holy shit, like I didn't even think about that connection. And that's like a high conversation you'd have with your boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
that's
like,
So
awesome.
yeah, like my content is basically like topics. I want it to be topics that you would have with your friends, like as guys, like that you'd be like, oh, like let's just start rambling about shit, making these connections because that's fun to do for me, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
totally.
that's
That's kind
Yeah.
of
awesome.
like what we do basically.
Yeah, but I think he's picks out stuff that's a bit more specific than kind of
Yeah.
what we hit on.
Yeah.
I feel like the conversations that we have are a lot just about the lifestyle of the kind of like guests that we want to talk about and stuff like that,
Yeah, definitely
which is cool
different.
as well.
But I liked your music video. That was interesting because not like the music video about music, not music.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like
Music
obviously
video coming
like the
soon.
things you're saying was like duh, like it makes sense like duh, but no one's ever like put it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's an interesting way to think about like normal stuff that we all experience, kind of like the nostalgia baiting or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah,
Nostalgia baiting.
could
Like
you explain that a little bit?
yeah, so my biggest gripe is like 2016, right? Like everyone likes to say, like while we were in fucking middle school, like 2016, I just entered high school, right? Everyone's
Yeah.
like a lot of times, like your these culture accounts will bring up the XXL cipher, and they always milk the fuck out of that shit. Like it's annoying. Like anytime their views get low, they're like, okay, yeah, here's some cheap engagement bait. And the thing is, it's like with the internet and with all the technology that we have nowadays, like they're like technology, it's trying to drag you back. They're trying to like play on your nostalgia like talking about like the good old days, right? Like
Mhm.
it's like it's like, oh, look at all this drama that's happening nowadays. Like, look at all these issues. Like, don't you just want to go back to the times when things were easier? Like, whenever, like,
It's
you know
so
what I'm
real.
saying? And
Yeah.
and like the problem I think is that when people start to do that, they ignore the issues that we're facing nowadays as a society. Because like the truth be told, it's not gonna get fucking easier. It's
For
you
No.
know,
yeah, like even for the like for society and the individual, I think that's true. And like I've heard this, someone else talked about this where they're saying like having nostalgia like contributes to like negative mental health effects. Like if you're always thinking about like the past, like the great times you had, like you're not really living in the present and you're kind of
yeah,
like you're right, you're not like solving those issues. And I feel like a lot of people
Stagnating maybe.
I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people like our peers kind of have stagnated, and it's really easy to do that with like social media, just like locking
yeah,
you in
And
your
just to be
couch.
like a downer about stuff all the time because like you're constantly flooded with stuff that's like super, just negative all the time and
yeah,
that's what your algorithm is giving you. But
yeah, yeah.
I
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And like that's the whole thing was that I was saying is like if you just and the funny thing is like 2016 was as crazy as 2025 is, right? Same as 2030. Like people want to like look back, oh, if only we had this president, or if only this wasn't a thing, or if only this wasn't a thing. They were complete like back in 2016, people our age were facing the same issues that we're facing, just that in like a different flavor, if that makes sense, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So like I just my whole thing with nostalgia baiting is like if you always look back on the past, right, you're just gonna peak. Because
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I hope that my life did not go to shit after college, or
Yeah.
2016 was not the peak of my fucking life. when I was
for
fucking
sure.
14 years old, right? Like,
Bro, that
you
year
know,
was
like that's kind of what the video is talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Like,
cool.
dude,
I
yeah.
feel like that's a really good message at the end of the
no,
day.
yeah. I like on it, like I don't really listen to videos like like Moist Critical and shit like that, where
Yeah.
they're like they just
Yeah.
like talk about something interesting or like whatever. But that stuff is super interesting to listen to when like someone just like is knowledgeable about a topic and they
Yeah, and
explain
just
it
diving into it a
and
little bit.
the video's edited well, like that's super entertaining.
Also, Evan, we don't know how much time we have left, so we might start a new
Oh, yeah,
Zoom
no
really
worries.
quick as
Yeah,
well
whenever.
because it
Oh,
might run
you guys
out.
have 3 minutes left.
Okay.
Oh, cool. You can see it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
perfect. Okay,
I,
sick.
Yeah.
when it ends, we'll just do a new Zoom and then we'll continue.
All right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll just
sick.
put the videos together. But
Yeah.
no, super cool. I think that that's something like we should incorporate, like just learning about some more stuff. And like,
Henry's big into reading. Well, you're reading what? Crime and Punishment right now?
yeah, I've been reading, bro, because I don't know.
It gives us more to talk about.
I
You know,
Yeah.
feel
I
like
mean,
like
if you're
that's,
reading if you're
yeah.
reading stories or just like absorbing more information, then you just have more stuff to talk about, really.
it feels
Yeah.
so enriching, bro, to read too. Like my grammar improves like
Yeah.
literally right after reading. I can talk
Yeah.
better. Like what's his name? Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky, I think it's
Dostoevsky.
yeah, it's hard to pronounce his
But
name,
I'm
that's for
like
sure.
really super into
Dostoevsky.
like I'm getting into learning about like philosophy, religion, and like psychology. And he writes stories that kind of examine like the human mind. And so Crime and Punishment is a book about a guy who he's kind of torn. Like he's a very talented, super smart guy, but he also thinks that he can justify he's like better than everyone else in a way.
Yeah.
So he commits a murder, which he thinks will better the rest of society. But really, he realizes like in him trying to be this person that's like cleaning up society above the law, he realizes he like devolved into something like completely the opposite of what he wanted, like horrific and like brutal and like devoid of life. Like and so it's like the story of him like committing the murder and then like how the guilt kind of eats at him. And like it's just inside his mind, like how that type of thing, like how that event like affected someone mentally and like how it
Yeah.
drives him to redemption. Like I haven't gotten to the end, but like I've been trying to read stuff like that and like
Evan, do you have a favorite author at all?
Yeah, actually, his name's Noah Yuval Harari or whatever.
Dude, I love him, bro.
You
Or
know it,
I
really?
love his books, bro. I read Homo Sapiens and I
Yeah,
also read
Sapiens,
Homo Deus.
21,
Yeah.
21, 21 lessons
Wait,
for,
let me see if I can grab
it's
that
called
book.
Sapiens, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
Sapiens.
Sapiens, yeah.
Dude, my dad read that book. He said it was fucking lit.
It's
He's a
eye-opening,
cool
bro.
guy.
Yeah,
Dude,
well, I think you guys are about to cut out.
yeah, we'll send
Yeah.
you a new link in just a
All
sec.
right. Yeah.
Yo, we're back.
All right. Yeah.
We're back.
Okay.
We were just talking about good books. So if you like murder, mystery, like murder stuff, and you like psychology, and you want to like story about inside a killer's mind, Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. It's a
I
great one.
I have a book recommendation as well, and then we'll kind of let Evan go into some of his authors that I like because we were talking about Noah Yuval Harari, I believe is his name, and he's super sick. He has really good books. But my recommendation would be East of Eden by John Steinbeck. Super good book.
I've heard of that. I haven't read it.
It's about it's also it includes my hometown in the book, which is really cool as well. But I think it's like early 1800s into the 1900s.
Mhm.
Two brothers that grow up like young boys on their ranch with their dad, and their dad passes, leaves the ranch to them, and they get into a bunch of crazy stuff. They kind of lead completely different lives, and you get to kind of dive into the lives of the two brothers throughout the book and how they like navigate the wealth that they inherit and stuff like that. It's really cool.
All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had a question. Wait, do you have a book
Yeah. Do you have
recommendation?
any
Uh, well, I mean, the only one I did, I mean, the new Hunger Games book was pretty fire.
That's
So,
Bro, I
yeah.
read The Hunger Games.
I feel
They're
like
fire.
fiction books
They're
is
dude,
great.
the
I need
new
to
one
get
was pretty
fiction books
good.
that I can just get into because I don't read fiction
Bro,
enough and I feel like it's so good to just
read
dive into like a
read The
good
Hunger
fiction.
Games. It's
Yeah.
actually a fire ass series.
Also,
Yeah,
I want to quickly note on the Homo sapiens and the Homo Deus books as well, because it's the Homo sapiens one is called like a brief history of humankind. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure. Super, super cool way that you can learn about like the complete history of humankind and like the main civilizations and
yeah.
like how language developed, how like religion developed, like
All
everything
of
like
that
that.
stuff.
And it's super like digestible. It's definitely like a tough, kind of a tougher read because it's so long, but
Yeah,
it's like,
it is.
Dude,
like a rewarding read because I feel like you learn so much like as
Yeah,
you.
100%. That was honestly my favorite book of his. And then 21 lessons for the 21st century. That was a really good
that
one.
same guy, I listened to a podcast with him talking about AI. I think he wrote a book too about like the future with AI.
Yeah.
It's like what he predicts, and it's super
That
interesting, bro.
AI is included in the Homo Deus book, which is like the sequel or essentially a sequel to the Homo sapiens one. And it's him essentially acting as like a futurist and just like making all these predictions about,
And it
uh,
was pretty crazy because like
yeah,
Kind of
he
he
dystopian.
did predict a lot of
he
stuff
predicted a
that
lot
is
of it.
happening like right now. And I think that book was like
2019.
2016,
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2019, I think. Yeah.
So yeah,
Crazy.
he predicted a bunch of stuff that's like definitely happening right now, which is wild.
It's scary. AI is scary. That's like a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I don't,
We could do a whole nother
yeah, we could
episode
do a
just AI
full episode
focused.
on that. But I wanted to touch back on one thing that you said earlier. One of our audience members had a question. He was like, what is the answer to nostalgia baiting? Like, how do you like, what's your, should you not engage in it? Like, what's your resolution with that, you know?
My resolution, it's to be the same thing like when you see like on ins I think when it comes to media, right? Obviously, I think that there needs to be a responsibility from, companies to kind of, not limit what we see, but understand that a lot of this stuff is addictive. And then I'm gonna get to my original point, right? But like at the same time though, we are adults. And you have to have the willpower yourself to be like, okay, this is stupid. Tell the algorithm to be like, fuck off. I don't want to see this. Like, I'm not Instagram. I'm not interested in Instagram, right? And a good analogy or a good parallel to this would be like, I know I'm sure like you'll be on Instagram and you'll just see a bad bitch, right? See
Yeah.
fine shit, right? And then next thing you know, you're scrolling, you like enough fine shits like posts, and next thing you know, your explore feed is just ass.
I
Real
know,
shit. And you gotta have the
100%.
power, and that's like a pipeline. No, it's real shit. Real shit, right?
No, it's
And
fucked up
it's a
what they do.
pipeline
It
to
is.
OnlyFans, right? And obviously you
Yeah,
cannot
literally.
live your life as a man full of lust. Right. And it's
No.
gotten to me. It's gotten to everyone, I assume. Right. Because you're like, but imagine being like 18, being like, damn, she's bad as fuck. I'm going to like that. I'm going to follow her. Right? Our algorithms suggest this. Right. So it's the same sense when it comes to like culture pages. Right.
Mhm.
You got to be like, no, Instagram, I'm not interested because you're going to feel good. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, I remember when this song came out in 2017 and I was like doing this, right? You got to be like, I mean, also, though, I think that's a little harsh because you got to be able to, you can enjoy old things, right?
Yeah.
You can enjoy old things and you can be nostalgic. Nostalgic is beautiful, right? That warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you like have a smell or you see a movie from your
Yeah.
childhood, right? It's a good feeling. But you also have to realize when you're in too deep and you're making, and it's holding you back.
Bro, it's a
So,
balance. Like
yeah,
you need
like everything, it's a balance, right?
you have to, I think you have to like make give yourself boundaries and like use social media responsibly, or like it can like kind of really twist your mental state into
100%.
whatever like wherever the money is and the attention, it like that's going to influence you in a certain way. Like the way the algorithms are set up, like these companies are never going to hold themselves accountable to what
Yeah,
they're doing. Like
exactly.
they're too big to be, they're above regulation. They're extremely huge. They don't care about anybody but the bottom line. So it's like
Exactly.
no one is gonna like save you from being quote unquote manipulated by content you see besides yourself. Like you need to use that social media responsibly. And I don't think people realize like how big an effect social media is having on them every single day.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they might like just go throughout life and not realize like, oh, this part of my life, like maybe it has some ties to like the content I'm like viewing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Oh,
I
100%, bro. 100%.
I was gonna ask you
you are
Evan.
what you eat.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
You are what you consume for sure. I was gonna ask you if you've ever seen someone or just like friends or colleagues or whatever that you've seen post like kind of go down an echo chamber or post about stuff that's just like very singular because I'm not trying to point fingers, but I feel like I've seen people that I know on social media that didn't used to post about stuff that's like whether it's extremist or just like one thing that they're always
Yeah.
about. But I see them like posting constantly about stuff and it's like I'm seeing someone go down an echo chamber in real time and it's kind of
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, politics, girls, like I think the biggest thing was like I think I mean even me, for example, right? Like I remember I went through a breakup and I was like so fucking pissed off. And I would be reposting, "Oh, bitches ain't shit. Oh, like this, and this. Like, oh
yeah.
yeah, oh, your woman's probably getting fucked right now. Oh yeah, she like, sorry, like no, but like it would be like I'd see these TikToks and it'd be like, oh, she didn't text you back. Oh yeah, she's definitely getting fucked. Like,
No,
like,
bro,
like,
no,
oh, she did, or like, you know what I'm saying? And
dude.
like, I think that the biggest,
Spiraling, just
especially
spiraling.
yeah, I know, no, and like, and you interact with that, especially when you are vulnerable, right? When you get
Yeah.
hurt or when, something happens, for example, right? Like, I mean, I know you guys posted about like Charlie Kirk, right? Which it
Yeah.
was, we could all agree murder is wrong, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember my boy, like from Texas, right? He like just started posting like the craziest shit about like I'm gonna up arms, I'm gonna attack anyone who's left leaning, I'm gonna do this, like we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like they're taking away this, they're taking away that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm just like, well, bro, like, I understand your frustration, but understand too that you're in a very vulnerable place right now. And your emotions are gonna take over. And obviously, when you're interacting with that type of content, the algorithm's going to feed you more of that type of content
Gonna
that's
take advantage of
yeah, because yeah, exactly.
It doesn't
And
know anything but likes and shares and
exactly. And it's going to
comments
send
and
you stuff that's a little more extreme, and you're not going to notice it because like initially you'd be like, okay, this is obviously bullshit. But when it like slowly, gets
brings
worse and
you into
worse,
it.
gradually.
you're not gonna start different. You're not gonna be like, okay, maybe this is right. Okay, take another step. Maybe it is right. It's a slippery slope, you know?
Yeah.
It gets honestly, that's why like I go on X and I'm like, I don't know if any of this is real. Like honestly, I
Yeah.
don't believe anything.
X is the Wild
I
West
do
for
not
sure.
Dude,
believe
X is
anything.
crazy,
And
bro.
what you were saying about like when you went through a breakup, like I'm in a relationship, like for some reason, like sometimes I'll start getting like memes that it's like sus. Like it's like, oh, your girl didn't say good night, like she's getting gang banged. I'm like, bro, I'm like, what are you?
Exactly,
I'm like,
right?
I never worried about this, but now I have a girlfriend, and now I'm getting these like type of reels,
The
and I'm
algorithm knows that you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, and
you know, it's
it's
like,
like,
dude,
yeah.
there's like people who make videos, and it's like how to catch your partner cheating, and it's like,
Yeah.
Oh my
bro, like
God.
what is like you're
I
going on
feel
the
like there's a
phone
whole
and
genre of like
bro,
content
no,
that is just like
that is a
cheating
genre of
focused,
content.
which is
Yeah,
so unhealthy.
exactly. Like, you go to U of A too. I mean, U of A was U of A regardless. Like, it was gross, right? People were just people were just fucking,
It was
right?
bad.
But like, you go there and like, and even like it's the shit that everyone posts, it's like, okay, oh, your girlfriend went to U of A. Like, and is that necessarily true? There might be some
No,
truth to it if it's the wrong girl, but I guarantee you not every woman at U of A is like that.
Not at
no, for
all.
sure.
Like not, and it's just like there's extremes, right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, the probably yes, I know some girls at U of A who I probably would never wife up, right?
right.
But that's not every fucking school,
That's
right?
everywhere.
Yeah,
Every
it's everywhere, you know?
That we definitely get a bad rep
Yeah,
for
we did get a bad rep though. I mean, I feel like there's more I think there's more prevalent of shitty people. but you know,
Maybe. Yeah, probably. Probably.
yeah.
The acceptance rate and the dropout rate are kind
The dropout rate's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna
of,
lie.
it's unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, Evan, is there anything else that you would want to
Wait,
talk or wait, what
one more
one more
question.
Oh
thing.
yeah, no, go ahead, bro. No, yeah, no way.
I wanted to ask about like your technical making videos. Like, what do you use? What softwares are you using?
Yeah,
Like,
that's something
how do
that
Yeah.
yeah,
you?
we were curious about.
For short form content, I would probably use CapCut. And real shit, they have, I know it's like TikTok, it's owned by TikTok or whatever, but they have like just built-in transitions. Like it's easy to use, really beginner friendly. And then for more long, like if you're trying to make like a YouTube video or I'd use DaVinci Premiere, I think it's
Yeah,
called
I've used DaVinci
DaVinci.
before as well.
Yeah, and it's like a free, it's like Adobe Premiere, except it's free.
We're not gonna tell our audience what we edit on just yet because we have some upgrades in the works, but
I
Yeah.
feel like we should drop some knowledge though. If you're trying to make if you're making long form content ever and you want to like make reels out of it,
oh yeah.
Opus Clip, bro.
Oh,
That
Over clip.
is
Opus Clip
amazing,
is
bro.
amazing.
So
What yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. You can drop in like an entire podcast like the one that we're gonna do, and it really quickly can edit stuff for you. And in like less than 10 minutes, you'll have 40 reels or so
And
that you
they're
can like work
literally
with.
optimized for engagement or like whatever you want to optimize them for. So you
Yeah.
literally
Fire.
drop the YouTube link of your video into Opus. You give it a prompt, kind of like generate reels, like you can specify the length and like what
And you can
you
really
know,
kind of
you can kind of shape it a bit,
shape it as much as
but
you
it
want. And then
puts the reels together in a preset style that you pick, and it's like the best parts of the whole podcast.
yeah, and then from there you can even edit them and change them up as much as you want to, which is pretty cool.
But that is
Okay.
definitely I think most people who are making content like and like breaking it up into short form content are using Opus like
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
Right? And you
Yeah.
just got a mic. So you're using CapCut for the software.
Yeah.
You're just recording on your computer or what?
So yeah, I have a Mac Mini and then I have this big ass mic that I used to have. That's what I'm recording on now. But I'm getting that's what I use like whenever I'm not on screen. I use this mic. But whenever I'm on screen, I just use my phone, which I understand the sound quality on that is just I just need to I need to upgrade, you know?
It's not
What kind of phone do
bad.
you have?
I just have a 14.
That's what I have too. I
Yeah.
really like it, honestly. Like
If
if I could get honestly, I would just get like the same thing if I could get a brand new one. I
Well,
really
I'm trying to like your mics that you have there. I think I'm gonna actually go get one like right now.
they're
No.
great,
You
honestly.
guys get it from Target or what?
They're made in Australia.
We got these at
They're very
Best
nice.
Buy.
We got them at Best Buy. Shout out Best Buy, you're awesome.
I
just got a bunch of stuff at Best Buy recently.
These are the wireless pros, and they're a little more expensive, but I would recommend going for them to be honest.
And they're expensive because they come with like a bunch of attachments and whatnot.
Yeah.
But if you don't need that stuff, then you can just get like one
No,
that's
but
just the basics.
wasn't there something about the pro that's like that we really needed? Like something about
I think it's the receiver that plugs into the camera is really good as well. If you're working off
I
of a
don't know,
camera.
but I think it's
There's a
worth
bunch
it.
of different
I
mics
think
out
it's-
there.
I think it's worth it to get it.
Yeah, I think it's a good investment.
Yeah. We're trying to get like obviously we have these which are amazing mics, but I think it would be cool to have like actual like microphones at some point. when we
Yeah,
have
like
a-
handheld microphones,
Yeah.
I think might be the next step.
when we have like an established studio, but as you can see, we literally just set up studios wherever we are, you know.
That's how you need to do it though, you know. I mean, that's kind of how the beauty of like having cameras on your phones and just, you know, having
I
all
think
this-
it's just really cool that we can record a podcast on Zoom. I feel like before the pandemic, like this wasn't even really
Yeah,
a thing,
right?
honestly. So
No, I'm surprised by the
it's
quality
pretty. I
too.
mean, I guess you could do this over FaceTime before that, but like
Yeah,
it
but
probably
No, the quality's pretty good on
We
Zoom.
just peeped the last video too. It's like perfect.
Yeah, it looks great.
Quality audio, it's perfect.
But okay, I wanna kind of close this out by asking Evan a random topic that he would want to talk about that he thinks the people should hear about. Maybe it's a niche thing that he knows that we don't know, or it could be something else.
Yeah, what is it?
But
Um,
what's burning in your mind right now?
I mean, there's nothing really burning, but I mean, I don't know if you saw there was an AI artist, music art. This is actually going in my next video because I was gonna make a video on AI.
Okay, teaser.
Yeah. But so there was this AI artist who signed a $4 million deal. It's completely AI. And now I think it was Kalani or whatever. She's bitching all over social media because she's like, what the fuck? Like, if we're signing AI artists, like what does that mean for real artists? Because an AI artist can drop a whole album in 10 minutes, right? And there's never
Yeah.
going to be a delay, right?
Wait, you're talking about a music artist?
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
the music.
is it a person that uses
It,
AI to make music?
no, it's a full-fledged AI artist created by someone.
And so who
Is the
gets the
person
4 million?
anonymous? Is the person
Who gets
anonymous?
the
I mean, I don't know. I just saw the headline. Kalani's pissed off about it. SZA's pissed off about it. I'm sure in the industry, we're going to be hearing so much about this in the
That's so
future.
fascinating.
that is
So think about this. Like, would you be comfortable having you all of your music in the future made by AI?
No. I
You
want my
say,
music. I
you
want my
say,
music made by human beings.
but
But
you say
then
that, but like imagine this, Lucas.
what if
Like,
it
imagine if it's catered exactly to what you like. Exactly
It
to the
already,
rhythm,
it kind
the
of
beat.
already is on Apple Music. I just like, I say like Apple Music, like play some music for me, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
but like what if it's they dialed it in and it's like better than any music humans have ever made and you're like this is
but
amazing.
that's where I draw the line, though. It's like you have like music or a painting or something like that. No matter what, like I need to know whether it's coming from a machine or coming from a person because I'll attach a certain amount of like intrinsic value based on
Okay, but
What if they
tell
just
me this.
lie? What if they
Yeah,
just lie to
what
you?
if when you go
if they lie, then that'll just piss me off and I'll just get angry. I don't know.
okay, look
like
like for
I'll just be
example,
mad.
this tapestry, do you like it?
I do, yeah.
How do you know it wasn't made by AI?
Or a machine in that regard.
And then so imagine that's music now. You're like, this sounds amazing. I don't know if it's real.
That's I
But
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
that's already happened to me
it's
where I've heard like a
inevitable.
song made by AI and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is kind of fire. And then it's like, I'm like,
Yeah, I know it's happened to me, bro. I listen to like on SoundCloud also. Like there's so many AI covers. I'm
I
just
think
like,
it's
it's
yeah.
crazy.
I think it's inevitable that that's gonna happen and there's really nothing we can do
But
to
what does
stop
that
it.
do
Yeah.
to the artist though? What
It,
that's
it
yeah.
it fucks them, bro. They just
Yep.
they get fucked. Like that's
I
why
mean,
no, you guys should look it up. Honestly, like Kalani, because like yeah, it just came out. Like this deal happened, I think like either yesterday or today. And obviously artists everywhere are like panicking because they're like, one, so an AI can replicate my voice and people can start making covers of me. And two, if you're a new artist and you have to compete with all these fucking robots, you're never gonna win.
crazy.
Yeah.
I
And
mean, they do
so
have one advantage. They can do live music.
yeah, exactly,
That's
right?
the
That is,
only
yeah, that is it. Yeah, but like, I think what's gonna happen is eventually a lot of the current artists are gonna start deciding, okay, well, do I license my voice to
that's
these
what I was about to
companies,
ask.
or do I just let, because people are gonna do it illegally regardless.
Yeah.
You can already do it. You can already there's already AI
Drake
like
songs.
Drake's, yeah, there's already AI, yeah, like, and it's just like a scary thing for people in the creative industry just in general, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that is a scary thing.
Yeah, it's
That
pretty
is
fucked.
crazy,
But
bro. Our world is
How
changing
how do
so
you
fast.
feel about us using AI to like edit and stuff like that? Do you think
I think AI is a tool, right?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I use AI, like believe it or not, like I think if you're not using AI to make content in the sense of like, okay, like I bounce ideas off of ChatGPT. I'm like, what angle, like where can I go with this, right? And I'll
Yeah.
be like, oh, it'll be like, okay, maybe what about this angle? What about this angle? What about this? Like whenever I try to find images in my videos, I'm like, okay, what's a good example of this? And they'll be like, oh, what about this SpongeBob meme of him holding cash? And I'm like, oh, that's fire, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's a tool, right? It helps
Mhm.
me think in that regard, but it doesn't take away from my creativity. And that's how it should be. Like that's how it was. It should be just another tool that's at our disposal, not something that takes over every aspect of our life, you
Yeah,
know?
I agree. I think it's like you can make any idea like possible with AI, which is the really cool thing, but you can't use it as the idea generator and like have no
Yeah.
originality. If you use it to like speed up manual processes, that's amazing. But like
The combination.
I feel like they're gonna have AI artists and they're gonna have like actors that like perform the music, but they don't actually make the music. And
Yeah.
like dancers on the stage.
Yeah, but they're like lip
That'd
syncing,
be
but the whole
crazy.
music's AI.
That would be
And what if, and like, what happens when, I think there was a big topic, I think this might be another video of mine too. It's like, whenever everything's AI and there's no more like mental, you don't exert your brain, you don't write, you don't do shit, you just wait for an AI to do it, everyone becomes stupid, you know? And we become so dependent because you're not actually doing things, right?
Like Wally.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly.
I
Wally,
think
like,
I've long regarded Wall-E as one of the best dystopian future movies of all time.
oh, it's
Like,
fire.
yes, it's a
Amazing,
lighthearted
yeah.
Disney movie or Pixar movie, excuse me. But I, absolutely incredible movie.
Dude,
If you haven't seen Wall-E, you are
it's a
missing out.
banger, bro. I love Wally. That's like
Yeah.
how that's actually like where our world is going.
It is.
Like in
And then
5 years, it's gonna be unrecognizable here.
don't you
I
think
feel.
that if people in the Midwest could like I'm this might be a huge generalization for me as a Californian talking about the Midwest, but could go up in a spaceship and just float around and just like vibe and eat all day and just have like a robot assistant doing everything for them.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds realistic.
You are hella generalizing, but
I am.
no, for
I think
sure.
you are.
There's definitely parts
Yeah.
of the Midwest that's true. Like
That seems
it's
relatable to me.
real. That's real.
Yeah.
Dude,
But,
but yeah,
yeah.
super interesting talking to you, bro. We should definitely do this again.
Yeah, dude, hit me up.
Curious, what's the plans
Yeah,
going
what's going on
forward?
with you going forward?
Anything
you want to shout
interesting?
out? Like shout out your stuff as well.
Yeah, follow me at wes.xyz if you want to hear more topics about just random shit. And but yeah, I'm gonna do like a 4-day posting schedule. I think I'm gonna start because like I remember you guys said I just talk about random shit and I was thinking about it. I was like, yeah, you're right. So I'm gonna do like Mondays talk about something in business, right? Kind of like the Labubu video. Tuesday, do something in health and wellness where it's like, okay, run clubs or like this trend, but something related to that. And then Thursday, I'll do like, fuck, what was I doing? Like something where like trying to better yourself. So like the 2016 video, right? Like that. And then Friday will be like a culture, something just happening in the culture, right?
Yeah.
Something that's like just culturally significant.
Sounds like a
So
great schedule. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
super cool, super interesting. I'm excited to see more stuff from you. We'll
Yeah.
link all your social media in the video. We'll try to get this up like
As soon as possible.
Take your time, bro. Take your time.
probably. No, we're trying to get at least an episode out each week. No.
Okay.
That would be
So,
ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. Appreciate you dropping in. I
Yeah.
think we have like how long? We have like an
Probably
hour,
have like
probably.
maybe an hour, maybe
So-
40
We got an hour. We got an hour of
Yeah,
content.
This
we'll
will
see.
be good, but this was Inside the Box episode 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep.